What up, what up, what up? It's your boy King J checking in, man. Y'all not locked in with the good news of King J, man. I got one of my good friends, man. We go back to college, all the way up to the present time. My boy DJ Fitted, man. What's going on, man?
What up, though, man?
Good?
Always.
Yeah, I heard him say, what up, though? Yeah, I know where he's from, you know what I'm saying? Got to throw it up one time for the D, you know what I'm saying? So, look, before we even get started, man, you got to let the people know what's your good news.
My good news for today, for this week, for this moment in life would be just transitioning, bro. Transitioning from one creative space to the next creative space. And it just feels good to be in that infant stage of creating again.
Word.
That's my good news.
Hey, look, y'all heard it. So, look, man, you know, we go back, man. We go way back. We're going to bring the people up. I mean, we go back from Kentucky State, marching band, thoroughbreds, you know what I'm saying?
Road trip to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Prime time.
I took them to the prime time when they first came down here. They got the fight in line, didn't it?
Yeah. First twerk contest I ever saw.
I feel like prime time is like every staple in Atlanta when you turn 18, man. You had to go to prime time to get that. They had the twerk fest all the time. There's always a good fight to a knuck if your buck's on. Shout out Crime Mob. How was y'all experience when y'all came down here that first time?
For that, we was with you. So.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Coming from Detroit and like the club scene being one way, and then of course, you know, we was kind of sticker shock being in Kentucky, so it was kind of like, okay, this how Atlanta give it up. You know what I mean? I had been to Georgia as a kid, but you know, now you 18, 19 years old, and now you in a club setting, like a real club setting. It was completely different than what we do in Detroit. We ballroom in Detroit. So to come down here and like the girls on the stage, like just ready to twerk. Like I'm like, okay, they training for the strip club early in Atlanta, but I guess.
Man, so look, from the band to the turntables,
right,
to the camera,
right.
You know what I'm saying? To just like, you know, helping out with programming. I see what you do now, man. We're gonna run the people through a timeline of everything that you got going on. So, you know, DJing, how did that begin for you?
I mean, DJing kind of started early, like maybe 13, 14 years old with like the ideal and the excitement for it. Like my stepdad was heavy into music. Like I swear that man had like every CD in the world. Like, you see people with the vinyl on the wall. He probably could have did the same thing with CD artwork everywhere, from jazz to hip hop to some alternative stuff I found recently. And then my godmother kind of got me into the DJing side of things too. Like I DJed a party with like two, just, the speakers your mom had, the big speakers your parents had in the crib. And that's kind of where I started with the DJing stuff. Really just making like dance team mixes for real. That's actually the start of the whole DJ thing. And I used to go by DJ Moment before I was DJ Fitted. So, because I've always had this idea of like living in the moment, smell, like even my other company, 880 Rose, like smell the roses, enjoy things, while they're fresh and alive. So, and then marching band, I mean, elementary school, trumpet, like played that all the way through college. That's how I met you. And I don't know, I just always loved music. So to be around it in some kind of way, fashion or form, has always been my thing. So the DJing kind of just, the musicianship evolved into the DJing, and then unfortunately, a lot of rappers and musicians got rid of bands. So like, I kind of was like, all right, well, let's then DJ full time. And then now everybody's back to bands, and I ain't touched my horn in probably 10 years. So it's kind of hard to go back.
Kind of wish I can pick my horn back up sometime and actually play for real, but it'll be a struggle. So talk about your transition from Detroit to Atlanta, man.
Well, there's two other stops on the way before I get here. There's Detroit, right? So born and raised, and like I wanted to stay there. Like my mom was like, "Boy, you not staying here. You gotta go." Like, and I was chasing a girl. I ain't even gonna lie. I never really told that, but definitely chasing the girl. My mom like, "Nah, you gotta go. You gotta get up out of here." So I never even finished my application to Kentucky State University. I just happened to get a letter in the mail with I got my student ID number before I got my acceptance letter. So I kind of knew it was like this where I needed to go. And then when I go down there for my for orientation, Mr. Bailey, who happened to be one of my band instructors when I used to go to FAMU's band camp for high school kids, he yells my name across the gym. So that's how I even ended up in band. 'Cause I was just going to college. But I was like, my mom said, I got to get out of Michigan. I can't stay here. Yeah, I'm just going to be a student. That's all I wanted to be. So then Mr. Bailey screams my name, "Why you not in my band?" Offers me a scholarship without auditioning. So that's how we get there. And then I won a competition to be Keke Palmer's DJ. And that was like literally a week before I graduated. and it never really came to fruition. So I flew to LA because I already bought a flight, and I was out there for like a quick second.
Yeah.
Went back to Detroit. Kind of hit a bit of a like functioning depression. I never saw myself going back home. And then I just woke up, was like randomly told my mom, like, I'm out of here. I got to go somewhere. So my auntie happened to be driving down here to Georgia. And my cousin who lived in Lithonia was like, man, you can just stay at the crib. And that's how we ended up in Atlanta. It's kind of been God sent from there because my first week here, I ended up getting an internship with DJ Drama and the affiliate. So yeah, I was like, okay, too many things lining up. My auntie calls me and was like, yo, you got a card on there? I'm like, no, I just, I catch rides when I can. And she told me to come get her old car, which was kind of like fond memories because my auntie was who I always rode around with. So riding that Jeep or her driving to me now owning that Jeep was kind of like dope.
Yeah.
And that's how we get to Atlanta, bro. So
that's what's up. When you got to Atlanta, you really ain't wasting no time, man. I saw you kind of put your foot down to the pavement and start making things happen, man. Like you was DJing different places, man. And I mean, you end up at the radio station.
Yeah.
Like, how you end up at the radio station?
Man, I would tell you this, man. I believed in willing things in the life, but like really understanding manifestation, I didn't really get it. And radio is that moment for me. I was at my homeboy DJ Fat Cat crib, and I saw a Streets post this thing about, looking for DJs or whatever. So I submitted an email ASAP. This like 2015, I think. Submit the email ASAP. Never heard nothing back. So I was just like, I'm getting on this radio station somehow, some way. Like, I'm going to leave my mark on Atlanta somehow, some way. Even if it's in the background and everybody got to hear my story later, I'm going to leave my mark. So from there, they had a DJ competition at the Atlanta Fair, the one over by like Old Brave Stadium. They had the joint up there. So I entered it. My first time really being in a DJ competition. I entered it, didn't win, came in second place. And but I just had this knack for like staying in constant contact with people. Not like to annoy you, but just to be in contact. My boy Solo called me and was like, yo, I want you to open up at Halo when Halo was open. He said, I want you to come open up every Saturday or whatever. So I'm like, cool, bro. It was like $150. It wasn't no money.
Yeah.
But it was like, it was a gateway. I looked at it like that. It was a gateway. It was some way in there. So it was somebody at the station that I feel like was gatekeeping me out of there. I won't mention their name, but I felt like they was gatekeeping me out of there. So when they got fired, I remember being, I was at an outlet. I was at one of the outlets here in Georgia. It was my girlfriend at the time. And I get the phone call like, yo, somebody missed their shift. You want to come DJ? Bro, I'm like an hour away from Atlanta. So I'm like, I literally put the shoes and everything I had in my, back, hit the road. And that was my introduction to radio, bro. Like, it was no warm up to it. It was no nothing. It was literally like, hey, this your moment right now. Come do it. And then it turned into doing club broadcasts. And then now I'm on the marketing side of things at radio. I don't even DJ no more on the radio, but that's radio, bro. I would say it's the thing that kept me in Atlanta because I actually had thought about leaving Atlanta, so it actually kept me here.
Nah, for sure. I definitely heard you on the airways, man, and I was definitely blessed enough when I got my first song on the radio. You was one of the DJs that played it, man. I had to play it on both stations that day, so definitely appreciate you for that.
Always.
Just being a genuine person in general, man. But you also, man, you all over the nightlife as well, too. I know you probably feeling different about it now, but, I know it has to be like an appreciation part to it, too, because you've spent a lot of spots.
Yeah, it's been cool to watch it evolve. I think that's the conversation I was having. Everybody's kind of like bashing it and like, oh, it's falling apart. But honestly, I just think it's evolving. It's from when we did stuff in college where the music was heavy call and response, that little Jai era of music where it was a lot of energy and you had somewhere to let it out, to now music just vibey. So, it's more laid back. So nightlife is evolving. I love it though, because nightlife has opened so many doors for me on the marketing side of my business. So it's always gonna be a dope thing for me, whether it's slow paced or fast paced. So yeah, we extra ignorant in the club, standing on couches. But man, I don't know, nightlife. I hate that you keep using that word, save my life, but it kind of does. I mean, I know people look at nightlife as a sinful thing, but I think it's only simple if you indulge in the sin of it. So if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense to me, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might not get it. People only understand from their level of perspective. So
right.
It did. Even with the nightlife, man, sometimes I feel like I don't know when the change was, but it was like the dance floor started coming out the clubs and sections started being more of a thing. And it's like everybody had their own little piece of real estate, temporary real estate in the club. Like, I mean,
you want me to tell you the switch?
You could tell me the switch. Yeah, also tell me, like, do you think the switch was really necessary? Or was it something that they felt like was involved and they wanted to make more money? Or was it a money grab? Or what do you feel about getting back to like really dancing, or do you think that time is over?
I don't think it's over. But when the club became the liquor business and not the music business, that's when you seen the switch.
Mm.
So I was fortunate enough to be working for Diageo at the time, and we literally kind of flipped the club on its head, right? Because it became about lifestyle. So once the club became about lifestyle, it's not about dancing anymore because the music isn't the thing. It's not the driving force. The liquor, the ambiance, the how you dressed, how you showing up, like that's more important in the nightclub now than it is the music you're hearing. So that's why you get this, weird flip. Now I will say curated events will probably start to replace the traditional sense of nightlife.
Yeah.
So like Arts Beats and Jacket for Beats they had this past weekend, curated art event, but it's music, it's a vibe. So people are going to naturally move what they do at the High Museum. There's no dance floor in there. People are going to vibe out. But that's why I said music has turned into a vibe in a location of how you enjoy it, not so much what you're hearing to enjoy. So I think that's why you see nightlife in that weird place where the sections came in. I mean, yeah, it's a money thing, but it's also a lifestyle thing. We're selling lifestyle. So, before the VIP used to be on the outer rim or upstairs, out the way. You didn't even know it was a thing. And then they, unless you had that bread to spend, now you kind of dumb the price down where, okay, $200 gets you a chair now. You know what I'm saying? Mm. I mean, it sounds crazy to say $200 gets you a chair, but everybody has it now. So everybody has a lifestyle. And then you have things like hookah and things that are naturally things to relax you are now in places where you were supposed to let go of energy. So, I mean, that also plays into the weirdness of nightlife. But, I mean, people still find a way to put holes in couches with coals and still turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's just a different way you approach it now. But like I said, curated events are probably going to start replacing the nightlife.
Yeah, I recently went to this event this weekend. It was the Jack Honey Art Beats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, bro, I had time of my life.
Bet you did.
Because I felt like everybody in there was 30-something plus.
Free liquor too, right?
Yeah, one drink.
Okay.
But just being around people more my age, mm-hmm. and we understand how to vibe and how to really, do what we do as to having that mix of crowd with the young folks just standing around looking at each other, or guys dancing with guys or girls dancing with girls. Mm-hmm. Like, people wasn't afraid to interact. I feel like we truly missed that. Like, people were in there hungry.
You do realize we probably the last generation of like pure human interaction though. You do realize that too. Like I think a lot of having a younger sister that's a part of the generation after us, like, 2020 did a lot to them mentally, physically, emotionally. So the things that they would have got that we got with that social interaction, they lost it completely because the world completely shut down. So I think what you felt was the nostalgia of that. Like, I'm around people that actually want to talk. They want to use their words. They don't want to send me a message later like, "Oh, I saw you, bro." Like, you know how that goes. Yeah. So I just think for me, it is a good feeling. And even me now in the DJ space, I know it's gonna be a pay cut for me, but I definitely want to move more into like those type of events and those spaces because it's like I said, it's fun.
Yeah.
I can go in there and play obscureness and nobody's gonna be like, "Man, what you playing, bro? Like, come on."
Yeah.
I ain't been, bro. Like, you know how they do in Atlanta, bro. Like, and it's just,
say twin.
Say twin, all those phrases or whatever. So, it's just, I like when people go to them things. I like being a part of those things. Like I said, the High Museum, or even when they do it at the West Side Motor Lounge on Sundays. Like, I think it's not even about a DJ being there. It's just like the human interaction part for me,
Yeah.
And like, cause like I said, I've met probably my biggest clients on the marketing side from opening my mouth and talking in the club. Like, but now it is a little harder to get that out of the situation because, people, in their phones be slaves to them things right now.
Yeah. So being a DJ, like in the club life, I mean, and I know you have a plethora of things that you do because you shoot videos as well. I mean, flyers, commercials, all type of shit. But let's talk about dealing with artists for a second.
Okay.
You know, like from a DJ perspective, how do you like to deal with artists? As far as like in the club, as far as when it comes to artists want to get their music played, and you know,
I just think it's an etiquette thing, right? I think a lot of artists don't know about the etiquette because we've been taught to be so guerrilla with our approach to things. So I just tell like a lot of artists, if I don't know you, don't just randomly airdrop me your song in the middle of me DJing because I'm gonna decline it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't come to me at 12 o'clock when you know this is the time of the night for the club to do what it do and want your record played without hearing a crazy number out of my mouth for me to play it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So don't be offended. But I mean, for me, I just try to de-escalate situations. So I'm gonna say what up to you before you say what up to me. Especially if I see you coming in my direction. And then I always tell people, like, email it to me. I'm not gonna never be like a send-off or I'll tell you to airdrop it if you can. And I'll be like, if it fit what we doing, I'm gonna play it. I tell people that up front. You ain't gotta give me no bread up front, no nothing. If I play it, you bless me, cool. If not, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, it's music. Yeah, I needed something to fill that portion of time and space in life anyway. But I don't know. I tell artists too to build their relationship. Like you understand that very well. Like build their relationship. Come to the club early. Support the person that you want to support you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be like you ain't gotta give a DJ $100 every time. I don't care what no DJ say. You don't gotta give a DJ $100 every time. It'd be nice, but if I constantly see you, I'm gonna show you mad love every time you walk in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you done heard me turn left turns when you walk in. Oh, my boy here playing this song right now. Or my dog Vito, he in the building, I'm gonna play that song right then and there. But I just, it's a relationship though. Like, I didn't know you personally, Ed, you know, on the business side of things. So I just look at it like that, like build the relationship. But I mean, me, like I said, I try to de-escalate because it can get ugly.
Yeah.
I've seen it get ugly. I've seen DJs and artists come to blows in the DJ booth, and the DJ booth ain't no bigger than the size of the equipment up there, really. So, you know, that's a brawl at that point.
So to like younger DJs that's, you know, trying to learn the game and, you know, get some tips on just moving forward, you know, just throw out a few gems that you can, you know, recommend to like younger folks who's trying to, you know, take this path and maybe want to DJ in the club or maybe want to DJ on the radio. Like, what's some steps you take?
My biggest gem, and it really has nothing to do with skill or talent, is to give yourself grace through the process. I know nowadays with social media being such a driving force and people feel like they got to be everywhere all at the same time, give yourself grace through the process. It's impossible to do all those things at once. You got to take those baby steps along the way. And the other piece of advice I would give is build your own community. I don't feel as if we need some of the things that I had to go through to play in now because, I mean, you can get on Twitch, you can get on TikTok, you can get on YouTube and build your community out. My boy DJ Black don't do clubs no more, but he just got 40,000 subscribers on YouTube and they watch his videos. He got 500,000 views on the mix.
Yeah.
You're not seeing 500,000 people probably in a year in the club. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, like I said, give yourself some grace, take those baby steps and build community.
So we're going to take this moment and do this right here, right?
All right.
I got these new Red Bulls, these new spring edition.
Okay.
And it's a new flavor they got coming out called Cherry Sakura and whatnot. And, you know, I think the message of Red Bulls is it gives you wings.
Right.
So what do you feel like in life is something that gives you wings to help you elevate?
My peers.
Yeah.
I'm not a person to brag. I don't even do this kind of stuff too often. I'm usually behind the camera. So my peers, when I show up places and somebody already know who I am because you said something, or my other homegirl, I got one homegirl, if I'm with her and we get to talking about what I do in life, she gonna tell my whole resume. I don't even gotta talk. So it's kind of like being noticed by your peers because being a creative is a lonely road. So, you know, you find yourself, I don't want to say dark places, but you find yourself in some solitude from time to time. So my peers is what give me wings, honestly.
For sure. Now tell me 3 facts that people don't know about DJ Fitted.
3 facts, sheesh.
Yeah.
I got family that lives in Barbados. My great-grandfather, man, I'm still alive, but Barbados is a thing for my family. I'm allergic to red meat now. And I had my first burger at the age of 20.
What?
Yeah.
First burger. I feel that. I ain't had crab legs till I was about 12 years old, man. My grandma used to try to and I always would eat a burger. Like, make me a burger. I ain't want no crab legs. So, I mean, tell people, like, you know, where they can follow you, where they can find you, what you got coming up, leave them with whatever you need to leave them with.
Simple. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, whatever, at It's DJ Fitted, ITS DJ FITTED. And from there, all the other links is there. And then, I don't know.
Clothing brand.
I don't have a clothing brand going right now. My marketing company, 88 and Rose. Other than that, man, yeah, I'm just catch me either taking photos or behind the booth.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, I see what I'm rocking right now. I had to hit up my people, man. They say, your money ain't long than my faith. Your money ain't longer than my faith. Shout out to Dinkish, man. I had to hit them up, get one of these custom-made shirts, man. So shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. I'm right here live with my boy DJ Fit. I am King J, and this is the Good News with King J, and we gone.